Hello, welcome to my review of the Game of Thrones, season 6. But before I can talk about season 6, I need to talk a little bit about season 1 through 5. I might be the last person that I know that waited this long to see the Game of Thrones. I saw the first season back when I was a DVD subscriber of Netflix. Netflix had the Game of Thrones on DVD that I can receive in the mail, and that's how I saw season 1 about 4 years ago. Okay, and then shortly after that, I switched my servers to just streaming, and then Game of Thrones was not available on Netflix as far as streaming. That's why I did not get a chance to see season 2 through season 5. And for those that have watched my channel long enough, I have talked about how great TV has been with Netflix and Amazon, as well as regular TV over the last 3 years. So there had been so much great TV series that there has not been a downtime where I ran out of things to watch in order to have the urge to go watch Game of Thrones, even though I did my best to avoid all spoilers. I avoided all discussion of Game of Thrones with all of my friends, or watch any YouTube videos, or read any reviews. I heard, sure, people say how great it is. It's a must-watch series, but that's all I know. Okay, and I'm glad I did. So about 3 months ago, things are starting to slow down, and then 2 months ago, I mentioned to my friend that I'm start to run out of good things to watch on TV. It's time to subscribe to HBO. It's time to watch Game of Thrones, and I'm glad I did. Wow, unbelievable. Okay, this is gonna have some spoilers, even though I can't imagine anybody else that haven't seen the series, so there will be some spoilers going forward. If you haven't seen the series, hopefully you will find the time to watch it. It's well worth it. It has my highest recommendation of anywhere. 10 out of 10. Okay, this series is it perfect? No, but it's a wonderfully written, wonderfully everything. It's a rich world of characters. It's fiction, but still it's wonderful. Okay, I have to say that when I start to watch season 2, after a few episodes, I decided that I need to go back and rewatch season 1 because I forgot so much of the characters in season 1. I forgot the interrelationship between the families, who hates who's backing who, all that stuff. So I had to rewatch season 1 before I can go forward. Season 2 was good. Season 3 was the first OMG moment. Of course, I'm talking about the blood wedding. I think that's what they refer to it. Is where the Stark family was murdered at the wedding dinner. That was insane. That was the moment where I said to myself, this show is not gonna hold back on anything. Any character can be killed off. Wow, that was a first OMG moment. And this show has a lot of interesting characters. That's what makes the show interesting and good. Okay, ultimately it's about the characters. You either love or hate. There's a lot of characters to hate in this show. A lot. There's not a whole lot of good people in this show. Okay, very few, and a lot of time it's the good people that got pretty quickly. So you're left with a lot of hate. Oh my god, two of the most evil characters ever created in fiction is in this series. Ramsay, Jeffrey. Oh my god, I mean, I cringe at many of their scenes because they are just pure evil. Okay, pure evil. And for some people, I'm sure they love to hate the character. For me, I just purely hate those characters because they were just horrific. They just everything about them are just horrible as far as human being is concerned. And great acting. Okay, the actor did their job. If they make viewer feel that way, okay, I mean, if they didn't deliver the line correctly, if those actors didn't have the look and the feel, they wouldn't be so hated. So kudos for them to play the role so well that even a father would want to kill them. I mean, heck, if I was Ramsey's father, I would have killed him off myself before, because I wouldn't trust him. He's just so crazy with those crazy eyes that I wouldn't trust him. I want to kill him before he would sneak into my bed and slit my throat at night. That's how crazy Ramsey is. And so season 6, so it took me about, I'd say I spent about 5 days per season. I watched 2 episodes per season. So I was able to get through the 6th season of 2 days ago, and it was a satisfying 6th season. I had to say that the second big OMG moment was, of course, at the end of season 5, right, when Jon Snow was killed. I was so shocked. I mean, I thought, all the way through most of the season, the first 5 seasons, that Jon Snow, of course, I'm pretty sure he's a fan favorite. Since Aragorn of Lord of the Rings, I had not seen another character that had this king-like quality that I adore. I adore Jon Snow. I will ride with my king. Okay, so for me, I'm sure I'm not alone. Jon Snow was my favorite character. I root for him. I want him to survive. I want him to do well. And when he died, when he was murdered, oh my goodness, it was heart-ripping OMG moment for me. But at the same time, there was a little piece of me that had the hope that he may came back to life, because the show introduced that part, that potential, in the previous season. So part of me said to myself, maybe he will come back season 6, and for sure he did. And season 6 delivered in many ways. The crazy storyline with the religious zealous. Wow, I like how that unfolded and how that ended. The only part of the storyline that I didn't care for was the younger sister, the one that was in the storyline with the face with no name, and she went blind for part of the time, and all of that, everything that relate to her storyline, I did not care for. Okay, I can say that was a weak point of the series for me as far as storyline. I didn't care for any of that. But that battle scene, the Battle of the Bastard, was perhaps the single greatest battle scenes with horses and sword that I have ever watched. Unbelievable. It's interesting for me as a viewer of season 1 through 6 in the span of about 3 weeks to see how the show went from season 1 through season 6, where the action changed. Okay, you can see in season 1 and 2 where the budget was smaller, the action was a lot less. Okay, often you will get the beginning of a battle, but they cut to the end of the battle, the aftermath with dead bodies laying around. That's what I can remember seeing as far as season 1 and 2. But then season 3 onward, you start to see grander scale action scenes, sequences. Unbelievable. Okay, season 5 and 6 have action-packed, insane action, and the Battle of the Bastards are just insane. Okay, the scene where Jon Snow stand there, drawn his sword, and the cavalry is charging at him in slow motion. That is a magnificent scene, beautifully shot, beautifully cut, because just when you sit there and say, oh my god, how is he gonna survive this charge, they cut the camera angle and you see the opposing cavalry smash into each other. It's just, like I said, I love that action scene, and I would deem it's my favorite battle scenes of all time, as far as horses and swords and stuff. It's just breathtaking. I have watched that scene twice now because it was just incredible. The death of Ramsay was satisfying. What's left is who's gonna be the next bad person, right? So overall, I rate this series 10 out of 10. There are some low point, some weak storylines here and there, but overall it's a very well paced series, and I cannot wait to season 7. Cannot wait now that I'm caught up. So that's my review for Game of Thrones season 1 through 6. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.